Hello everyone, welcome back to Susie Saves. I am Susie. If you are new here, welcome on in. We are a dual income household of me and my husband, and we do a lot of budgeting, cash stuffing, planning, and things like that. Since it is the start of July, today we are going into the budget planner and we are going to be looking at what we spent in June. So if that's interesting to you, come along for the ride. I have to find June first. They're all blank. Just kidding. I'll put it at the front then. I know I did. Okay. So, June was a busy month. We had a lot going on. We had a new member of the family come and join us. We had some graduation parties, 2 different birthdays, so we were doing a lot this month. Not to say that we went over budget per se. I'm gonna sneeze, pardon me. But we did have things that we had to budget for that typically we don't. So that was all. Let's just go ahead and have it be this one side. I might sneeze again. I'm so sorry. That's what you get for just waking up, I guess. So, the first thing we bought in the month of June was actually one of my yearly goals. I had been wanting to donate for a long time to a cause that's very important to me. For those of you who have been through schooling, you may or may not know it. It's called Crash Course or SciShow. Run by Hank and John Green. They put out really high quality educational materials for free here on the internet, and they do it all for free because they get funding from individuals and sponsors and stuff like that. So it was really important to me that this year I was able to contribute a large amount of money to that cause. Every year they have what's called a coin. It's like an actual silver medallion that you can buy, and they mass produce them. I think they produce 500 of each. There's a limited quantity because they don't want to overfund the channel. They're like, we get money from other places, but this is how much money we need to make the difference. And so I bought one, which was a very interesting experience, and it meant a lot to me because I had used them so much in the past. So that charity event coin, I guess I'll just call it the Crash Course coin. The one that I bought, which was the one that I was planning to buy, was the $500 coin. They have 1,000, and then I think they have a 100, a 500, and a $1,000 coin. This year I think they introduced a $5,000 coin. If you are so charitable enough to give that. But yeah, I saw the post as soon as it went live, and since there's a limited number of quantity, I knew I had to act on it then. If you know my past videos, you'll know I've been saving up for this coin all year, because I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. I knew it came out around the end of May, and so I ended up buying it on the 1st, I think, and it has not come in yet because, you know, shipping and all that, but I'm super excited. It was one of my big reasons to donate this year. I also donate my time to charity, but this year I wanted to be more officially responsible and donate to charity in that way as well. And obviously, since it's the 1st, we had rent due. Our monthly rent is $800. And then we did all of the regular stuff that we normally do. So 1, 2, 3 looks like. So we went out and we bought groceries. From our local Kroger store. That's where we go shopping. That was $55. Then the pets, the cats needed flea medicine, so we went and we bought that. That goes in our pets category. That was $52 because we also bought food. So I'll say and food. Because we buy like the really, really big bags of cat food. Because we have 3 cats and sometimes we feed the outdoor cats. So we have more than 3 cats. And then it looks like since this was a busy day, we went out or we picked up Domino's pizza. It's my husband's favorite. And that was $15. So very busy first day of the month, but that's okay. On the 2nd, we had some subscriptions and I got gas. So we have a YouTube premium subscription for my husband's work. Premium. And then, yep, I got gas. The YouTube subscription, I think it's like $20.99, but we round up, so it's $21. And then gas that day was $32. Then on the 3rd, I used some of my personal spending money to buy a, I don't know how you say it, Pinucola? Colia? It's a carnivorous plant, and that was just from my own spending money. That was $21. They're super cool. Highly recommend looking them up. They're like a sticky pad plant. That next day, we went out, bought my husband a new computer we had saved up money for that. But since we were in town so late getting that, we ate out at sushi. And that was $65. Then we did nothing till that weekend, the 7th, where we had a graduation party. And so we gifted the graduate $200. And then that day as well, there was yard sales going around. So I stopped at some yard sales and I got a pair of pants, a dress. I think that might be it. With my spending money, and since it's a yard sale, we were bargaining and people had very good deals, so it actually turned out to only be $2. Then that Sunday, we went out again. We did a whole bunch of crap on that Sunday. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first and foremost, from running around all week, we got gas again. This time, the gas was $32. Is that the same? It is the same. Look at that. Since it's our day off, we went and we got groceries. Bought less groceries. It was only $30. I went to, interesting, okay. I went to the Dollar Tree and got pots and soil. And then I bought a plant from somewhere. That's my spending money again. And it looks like all of that together was $21. Oh my gosh, that's right. Then we went and we saw a wagon for sale, and I bought the wagon, and that was $40. Then I went and visited my mom and my stepdad, and they said, yo, that tire looks really bad, and you should borrow our car, and I will change your tire. So I had to buy a tire because my alignment is off, and so it just ate my tire. My car just ate my tire. So this was car maintenance. That's sinking fund, luckily, and that was $56. Luckily, we didn't have to pay any labor to get it put on because my stepdad did that, but that was certainly not something that I was looking to do. Looks like that next week, I went and bought another plant. I'm a big plant lady, if you can't tell. This was my own spending money. And that plant was $4. Boop. And then that night, my husband was home late. Something happened, so I just went and picked up one of the rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. And we had that for dinner that night, and that was $6. Then the weekend came, 6:15, and we went and got groceries, because always buy groceries on the weekend. Because we're busy people throughout the week. That grocery trip was $55, which I think was the same as the last grocery trip. It was, look at that. We're nothing if not consistent. And then that was Father's Day weekend. So I went and took my dad out to get food. This is part of the gifts category. And that was $60. Boop. Then, that next Tuesday, we had to get gas again. I normally fill up on gas once a week. I work pretty far away from where I live, so that is not surprising to me. And that was $32, which is still the same. We're still consistent, which is crazy. Then it looks like maybe I was off that Friday or something, and we went and got groceries. Maybe there were some deals going on. And those groceries were over budget. They were $65. But that's okay, because when you look at things at the whole month, it's easier to kind of make sure you're on budget for everything. Then the 25th, so that next week, 25. I got gas again. It's about a week later. It was $33 this time. We got our Netflix subscription. And that was $19. And then I ran a charity event, and so I wanted to make sure the donations were working. So I went ahead and put $1 in just to test that it was working. Then on the 6th, we bought another chicken, rotisserie chicken from the store. So that was $6 again. It's only $6 sometimes. Sometimes, I think normally they're $11, but if you go in and you're able to get one from like the previous day, they lower the price to $5. So we were taking advantage of that. And then the 28th was the last day we spent in June. We ate out at our favorite Mexican joint. This is when we decided we should add eating out into the budget. And that was $50. And then we buy crickets. And our local pet store has like a punch card you can get to make it cheaper. So we went and we had to refill our punch card for our lizards. And that was $15. And luckily, it looks like we have just enough room to actually total everything right here on this page. I don't know if this pen is any better than that pen was. Let's see. Guess I'll just use one of these pens. Hopefully it's juicy enough. It's not juicy at all. Oh, it's got a cap. There we go. There we go. So, for the total amount spent in June, I don't know, I always feel, I don't know, it feels kind of odd to add in rent, but we definitely pay it every month. So 55, 52, 15, 21, 32, 21 again, 65, 200, 2, 32, 30, 21, 40, 56, 4, 6, 55, 60, 32, 65, 33, 19, 1, 6, 50, 15. I think this, so this is correct. This is the amount we spent, but since I was going to buy this regardless and I already had the money saved up, I kind of want to take it out of the budget tracker. So I'll put this number here, 287, but then our actual spent on expenses was $1,017.87, which is within the range. Because I like to spend between like $15 to $2,000 a month, so that is in range, which is great, fantastic. Thank you all for being here. I hope this wasn't boring. I hope it was interesting to be like, what'd you spend your money on this month? Anything interesting happening in July? I mean, July 4th, we have a party. I think we have another graduation party that we'll be putting money aside for. That might be it. I have a birthday, but I think she wants to do like a lunch out instead of like give me gifts, which I prefer experiences over like physical objects. But if someone says they want something, I'm not gonna not get it for them. So, but yes, thank you so much for being here. I hope this was exciting. I will see you in the next month for another one of these videos specifically. Other than that, tomorrow the Transfer Tuesday video will be out. If that's interesting to you, please watch, like, and subscribe if you liked it. I hope you have a fantastic Monday, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.